All right. So I've been meaning to post on the blog, but I have not prioritized it as there's so much other things happening right now that is taking priority. With that being said, I'm going to give you guys a quick rundown with the knowledge that everyone at this moment is fighting a fight, so of some sort related to this COVID-19. I guess about 3 weeks ago, I was called on to a conference call. The conference call, a work conference call, in which at that time I was told that effective end of week, which would have been that Saturday, that 80% of the company was going to be put on leave of absences, unpaid leave of absence. Okay. And that, I think at that point, I kind of had an idea. Prior to that, we were on, when the company decided to shut down the stores and the offices, we were put on emergency pay. Now, keep in mind that whatever company you work for, no matter the industry, they would have to be incredibly healthy in order to be able to afford to pay out their teams, their employees, with emergency pay or anything like that, and still sustain. So when emergency pay ended, I was not surprised. And up until then, I think we had 3 weeks of emergency pay. And up until, it was 3 weeks. And up until then, I knew that more than likely it would be ending shortly. I had to assess my own finances, but for some odd reason, I wasn't scared. I wasn't fearful about what I do, even though after the finance assessment, I was not in the best shape to sustain myself for months or however long it would be until things reached some sort of, we were back to some sort of normalcy, and whatever that will mean going forward. But I wasn't concerned because I knew that I could be creative about coming up with some sort of way to produce an income, one, and two, that the people in my life and the circle of love I'm surrounded with, I felt I knew I would be okay. I knew those people would not allow anything to what's the best word? I knew I'd be okay. I knew I'd be okay. I knew I'd be okay. I maybe was even a little cocky with it. I'm not sure. But I also feel like I need to backtrack a little bit. Prior to closing the stores, prior to the emergency leave, I was angry. I was angry with the company, the company that I worked for, because I felt as if they were forcing me to make a decision. And this is prior to them just closing down stores, or shutting down operations, I should say. It's like they're basically telling me, because we were going in and we were doing, operations were still running the same. And I was like, wow, they really got me. They're not doing anything to protect us. They got me in here. I'm people facing, and there is a virus out there that could kill me from doing these things that I'm doing right now at that time at work. So I was very frustrated. And so when they decided to shut down operations temporarily as of now, and to send the company on emergency pay, then I was relieved. But you have to be realistic too. There's a lot of companies that are not going to survive right now. They won't be back. They won't be back. And somewhere it is someone having to make those tough decisions about how they can save the company. And then unfortunately, the byproduct of that is that there will be a lot of people out of work. Okay, so let me just bullet point. I was angry. I was mad at my company for not protecting us. And up until that, and you got to remember too that this whole COVID thing is, oh, my nails look, man, my nails have never looked like this. This COVID thing changes every day. What you can't do, what you can do, what you should do, how to best protect yourself. The virus itself is an airborne. You have to touch somebody. It's being transferred through spittle. Don't wear this person's jacket. I mean, it's constantly changing. It's very, everything about it is super unknown at this point. And okay, so let's fast forward. I was put on LOA. 80% of the company was put on LOA, unpaid. I didn't panic. The next morning, I work in Maryland, so I just want to give that information because, Governor Hogan is determining a lot of things for us right now. If he says sit your ass in the house, you got to sit your ass in the house, or you'll have to deal with the consequences of not staying in the house. Right now, we have been asked to shelter down, but you can leave the house. All right, so the next morning after forced leave of absence, and here's what I need to also clarify too. Leave of absence puts us in a position that the employees to still have our benefits. Our health benefits and things that we've earned with the company. So that shouldn't be overlooked. They didn't do layoffs. They put us on leave of absence. We still had our benefits. that should be acknowledged. So next morning, another conference call, and I'm sitting here like, I am no longer activated. I'm not taking your fucking conference call. Up until that point, every day was a conference call. And I was pretty much over it. So, but I did.